And here we go. In the bottom left of Hakate, we have Byun. In the top right of Hecate, we have MaxPax. Excited to see what MaxPax wants to do in this matchup, right? Like, we already saw Byun 2-0 Hero. We already saw him 2-0 Trigger. The games against Trigger were a lot better than the games against Hero, as far as his opponent doing well against him. MaxPax, I feel like he'll probably do the best out of everyone. You know, he's got that great control. I think he has, in general, more stable decision making than Hero, I would say. See you there, gamer. All right. J-Bay, thanks for the sub. All right. Yeah, I don't know. We're just kind of waiting to see what they want to open up with the first couple minutes, man. It's funny because when they added all the workers, right? 12 workers, it was to speed up the beginning of the game because it always was like the same or slow or whatever. But this actually made it even more the same, the additional workers. Like, it's more the same than it used to be. There's not a lot of flexibility in the early game. You generally have to expand. Yes, we sometimes see rushes, but it's just like you still aren't doing anything until people have their tech and their nexus, right? So it's such a funny thing because, like, the reason for doing it, it didn't do. And I'm super reminded of that every time I cast, especially Protoss, because it's like, well, we literally have to have the Cybernetics core finished to even have any idea of what's going on. Garfield like Mondays until you start watching Artosis. That's amazing. Oh my. So, right now, MaxPax with the Twilight. Double Cyclone from Byun. Oh, this will be interesting. Little Cyclone Rush going on. Does have that command center in the main base. Gotta watch out for this. Gotta make a shield battery. Gonna be very important. Yeah, just continually blocking this out right now. Second Rax on the way. Stim coming up. Second Rax is cool. Looks like it's going to be a heavy push. So, Reactored Cyclone's coming out. Stim on the way. And the second Barracks, right? So, this is going to be pretty strong. Just some poking at first. I think MaxPax is going to be fine here. He knows how to micro against this. Blink is on the way, and obviously Blink can be very, very good. You know, the Cyclones do have kind of low health, so has that shield battery ready. And that was actually a really important scout because he sees the 2 Cyclones pop. So now he knows that there's at least 4 Cyclones, but it does get lifted off and switched here. Couple of depths going out for MaxPax. Looks like he wants to try to get a little counter harassment, perhaps. Woo, that's a lot of damage, man. Holy shit. Four Cyclones, man. That's a lot of healing from the shield battery as well. Well, good micro from MaxPax. He's going to end up clearing all 4. Byun going to see that prism coming out. SCV with a clean scout of what's coming at him. I think like Byun is okay. I think he's totally fine. Third Nexus goes up. SCV sees it instantly. right, here we go. Blinks forward onto that bunker. He's going to be able to take that out before the repair goes down. So now MaxPax can start whittling down this Marine count a little bit. It's kind of nice. Siege Tank comes out. That's going to help immensely. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm surprised he tried to get the tank. That didn't feel quite right. But does blink away almost instantly. So, you know, even though he got a couple hits on that, not a big deal. You know, like some Protoss players might have tried to finish that, and then they lose all their stalkers, so. So a little bit of stalker harassment here from MaxPax. Gonna be able to get out pretty easily. Very heavy barracks play. This is kind of an interesting game from Byun, isn't it? Just totally foregoing air. Look at this. Some boys being pulled. Tons of Marines. It's like a lot of ground units that we're seeing out of Byun here. So this is like... He has +1 started, right? His SCV count is not completely wretched, but he did bring quite a few with him. It feels a bit all in without the starport, especially. There's like no real retreat here. Like you just kind of got to go. All right, popping these tanks up. Ooh. Don't forget, he's not regaining health on these units, so he's being very careful about stim and whatnot. So he does stim forward, takes out the sentry, picking off some of these stalkers. Mortal coming out, chunking down the depot, or the bunkers, rather. Look at this. Byun just going for the throat. What an interesting cheese from him. Definitely not something I expected. MaxPax, though, you know what? He loses 12 probes, but he's got the overcharge here. He's killing off the bunkers. The problem might be the 4 tanks, but the health on these Marines is very, very low as well. So it does still feel like he needs a little bit more coming out, and he might be able to break the Marines. If the Marines aren't there, you have nothing covering your siege tanks. So the siege tanks right now covering the Marines, though, from that Colossi. Little rotation of these stalkers. I thought he was going to come out there and try to catch reinforcements. Okay, he does move them to the side to do that. Because a counterattack doesn't make sense, but catching reinforcements 100% does. Now, Byun continuing to push up into this third. Chasing pretty darn hard there on the Prism Immortal. All right, pops back. I think he just loads the bunks here. Load the bunks, kill the third, make it a bad trade for your opponent, and make your damn starport. Okay, only loads a couple. Interesting. A little bit more flexibility, leaving a bunch out. The stalkers being microed out here. Moving forward with those siege tanks. Oh, wow. Charge lot warping into the main base. Hadn't expected that. Still no starport here for Byun. Now, he's going to be able to clear those outs without losing the siege tank. But don't forget, every stim, every bit of damage does not go away on this bio. Big setup here from Byun. This is really well done. This is almost giving me like really old Slayer's Boxers vibes, you know? Where it's like this really weird micro-intensive all-in with like a weird timing that you're not used to, that the Protoss is just like, what the fuck? And they die to it. Now, the game's not over quite yet. MaxPax has some counterplay here, as you can see. That Immortal might do some heavy lifting. Woo! Yeah, good move there from Byun. He's going to kill off all of these units. And as he's picking off everything at the natural, I think we're just about done. MaxPax has maybe one shot. But it does not look good. It does not look good. Dude, 5 siege tanks there. The Colossi aren't going to do shit. Nothing. Nothing. Get out of there. They just got a noogie from those siege tanks. Well, he has a lot of charge lots. A big problem is the buildings that are blocking the siege tanks right now. Look at this. He's going to pop these behind, put the depot back up. Oh, he's going to pop a tank in front. Okay, he's trying to lure him into an attack. You want to put the depot up, though. That was a mistake. He just sieged. His foot is on the depot with that siege tank. Because really, it's charge lots that have a chance here. But the more buildings and stuff you have in their way, the worse it is for them. All right, charges in. Oh, my God. He's going to get wrecked. It's not even close. Not even close. That is such a setup. GG. Byun going to take game 1. Really interesting game from Byun. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, that was a cool one. Where the jeweled looking guys keep losing. Yeah, that was a cool and interesting game for sure. I enjoyed that as well. It's okay to admit you enjoyed it, Brood War fans. It was a good game. All right, let's do it. Game number 2. All right, here we go. We got Byun in the top right.
Udos just subscribed.
MaxPax in the top left. Udos, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. All right, so that is a very fast SCV coming out. Looks like we're going to have a proxy barracks. We'll see what he does with that. Could it be a float into the main base? I don't think so. Guys, remember when Gumio used to float a barracks in the main base to proxy ghosts? Oh, those were the days. All right, so looks like it's probably just a Reaper rush based on the rally point you set up. Plus the build. Probe coming out. Does it check? Does it check? Nope. Just going to go across the map pretty normally. Yeah, Byun going pretty aggressively here. MaxPax, as he gets across, will realize, like, uh-oh, there's a proxy racks. The factory will be made at home.
Steve,
Zealot got started, so that's good.
Subscribed for 13 months. Meow wow _
Thank you, Steve the Kind. Okay, so you see here, like, he started the Zealot, canceled the Zealot, started the Zealot. Because he realizes, like, you actually do want a Zealot here. You don't... We see sometimes pros block it without, but it's like... If the Reaper micro is very, very good, you have to be, like... You kind of have to zone. The Zealot does good zoning, so it's hard to, like, run by it. And then you can run the probes more efficiently. Otherwise, you have to pull a ton of probes off to chase it and then pull the hurt ones back. Watch. See, like that? Whereas if you have a Zealot patrolling in there, it can't just juke in and do what it wants. So see, it's already lost 2 probes. So yeah, that one Zealot actually went out to deal with the bunker instead of anything else. And 4 probes go down. That's brutal. Byun definitely has an advantage right now. Very, very good harassment. 2 more probes going down. Pretty brutal for MaxPax once again. He does have a counterattack going across. I think we're just going to see a couple cyclones made, if I had to guess. Does take a bit for those cyclones, so that'll be annoying, but he is sending back his Reapers. Oh, no, he turns around. Interesting. Okay, starts a cyclone. Okay, there's the second. Ouch. Every probe right now is a heartbreak. Honestly, MaxPax is looking a little bit lost right now. Like, Byun has really outdone with these Reapers. The movement back and forth across the map, like with the Stalker plus Zealot, the Zealot kind of always being a little bit out of position. Feels like he hasn't been able to make anything really work for him. The fact that we're still even on workers and, you know, Byun is like making a command center right now in his main base as his third. He's going to get a head off that. Like, this is, I'm liking this for Byun right now very much. Now, he was bringing up the medevac for those to drop those in the main base. So that's a little bit painful that MaxPax was able to out-micro and pick those off. Maybe a bit of an over-commitment across the map. Yeah, very good micro, only killing 1 stalker. Damn. Putting some pretty heavy damage down onto these. All right, going to try to boost towards that main. Not sure that MaxPax will be too worried about this. He's pretty good against this stuff. Does he try a recall? Is he just going to warp another one in? Okay, warps another in. Does not have the shield battery, so it's a little bit tough. Kills a couple more probes. Like, you can lose this too. It's not that big a deal, I think, if you lose your cyclones right now, because he's at home making siege tanks. He's getting a bunker up and everything. Look at the amount of probes he's killing, dude. Damn, Byun. What a killer. Another? Oh my god. Byun is up 5 workers. So MaxPax's going to take a big risk taking the gold base. I hope that red cyclone kills it. Still getting kills. I don't know what to say. I'm actually like sitting here in shock myself. Banshee coming across the map. It's going to get worse. You're going to pull the stock over the Banshee, drop out the Cyclone, get more kills. 17 probes. Holy sh! That is crazy. Look, pulls it over, and now the medevac will drop once again. Dude, at this point, you can sack a Banshee for 3 or 4. Wait, what? I feel like I just got dizzy for a moment because we jumped over to the stalkers being hit by a siege tank. I'm like, wait, what? There's a siege tank in his base too? But no, just defending at home against a counterattack. With the 3rd command up, Byun is up 10 workers. He's up in army supply. He's up in tech. He's up in every way. The gold base is the only positive thing that MaxPax has on the books right now. Oh man, not even mining. Get on those gold minerals, my man. Charge in +1 for MaxPax. Dude, this is a killer song. Byun's listening to this song right now as he destroys everything. All of MaxPax's hopes and dreams tonight. All right, so Byun going to set up his 3rd base. I really like this. Like, he's going to hit with +1 combat shields. He's going to have so many units at that point. Like, how do you hold on to that? You know, he's getting charged. He's getting those gates. But It doesn't feel like there's any way to scale into a big enough army to do anything against Byun. Look, Byun is chasing him across the map when he has Blink Stalkers and getting kills on the way, and MaxPax just has to run. Well, this is Byun really running through MaxPax's Stalkers. And look at this, sieging from the high ground. Really well done from Byun. Now, MaxPax actually has a Warpin in the main base. Oh, man, slow Zealots. Okay, charge just now finishes. Going to bring 4 of them down to that third base as well. So this is his one counterplay. He actually, the counterplay is pretty damn good. It's doing pretty damn well. 15 SCDs already. Maybe some more to come. And this attack is not so scary. He can clear that. If he does a big warp in his Zealots, he can just charge up there and kill that. So his Zealots come in. He blinks over to the side. Look, right now, Byun is jumping on this Nexus. Oh, he is just barely going to get it. Look at that. With two Marauders left over there. Ends up getting the kill. So, you know, that was obviously very important, but we're actually down to, like, even workers. Byun still has more supply here. And I would still say better tech. That was... MaxPax is doing a good job to fight back, though, really, truly. Yeah, finally that will be taken out. No more harassment for Byun for a bit. He is going to have to turtle for a moment. Kind of get his units back together here. A little bit low on those medevacs. Lot of Marauders, though. Serious amount of Marauders. Well, Anyways, sorry, just reading the chat a little bit. You guys are goofy. You know, Byun moving across the map has a good amount of medevacs here. Again, tons and tons of Marauders in that army. Going to be very hard to chase that down. Can't really do it with Stalkers. Obviously, Immortals do well. A ton of Charge Lots could do well. But this is almost so many that the Charge Lots start to have a hard time, and he doesn't have that number that he needs. Right now, a good 30 army supply advantage here for our Terran player. All right, so attacking into this gold base. Yeah, he's killing just about everything. I think MaxPax just has to GG from here. You can't be losing this gold base right now. Like, you needed to hold this. You needed to kill that army. And neither of those are going to happen. GG is called. Byun leading 2-0. Damn. All right. Sorry, I was reading. sorry to call you out, guy in the chat, but you said, like, oh, if MaxPax has Colossus Phoenix Spy in this, he's actually pretty good. And it's like, well, I mean, he never made a Stargate and he has no economy, so he definitely definitely doesn't have that. This was making me laugh during the cast. It's okay. I can tell you're drunk. Trust me. The worst bronze player in the world knows that he didn't make a Stargate that game. It's totally fine. I thought that was funny, though. I'm like, yeah, if he has a mothership and 2 carriers, I think he can win this. It's like, what? What the fuck? Who are you, Jambulance, Profane? All right, we're going into Site Delta. Here we go. Byun, top left. MaxPax, bottom right. I want to see Byun with the insane all in here. You're up 2-0. Risk it. Nope. Just normal play. Or, well, probably normal play, but we'll see. This is the best of 5. That's correct. Byun right now leading 2-0. MaxPax. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Byun is just kind of out-strategized him. His proxy racks Reaper did very well that last game. The previous game, that 5 racks, 1 fact all in, that was really interesting. Without the starport and everything, the 4 cyclones to open, it kind of concealed what he was doing, kept the pressure on. It was neat. It was a neat build. Seems like a good build to mix in. So, well, you know, it's early game. We got to wait for the Nexus. We got to wait for the Cybernetics core. And then we can talk. Yeah, game 1 was quite excellent. It's actually been a very good day of games overall, I'd say. The only thing that really kind of disappointed me was the Hero Byun match. That should have been much better, but just wasn't that good, honestly. So, we have the Cybernetics score done, guys. It's almost time to talk about the game. We're waiting, we're waiting. Stargate! All right, MaxPax going down a different road this time. So probably just... Well, I mean, this might be Phoenix and a Colossus, and this might be Oracle, you know? I think Phoenix Colossus has been, over the last 6 months, much more popular than Oracle openers. I still like Oracle Blank. I think it's still very good. Still usable. I just like the flexibility of it personally. Like, I really like the scouting. Pressuring your opponent to stay back, getting that quicker third. It's definitely got some value to it. Looks like we're going to have a quick Widow Mine drop here from Byun. So maybe that will be a Phoenix. That would be really nice for him. If he has Phoenixes waiting for the Widow Mine drop. There it is, Phoenix. Not a big surprise. MaxPax very good at Phoenix Colossus builds. Yeah, so just some light poking here. Nothing really to comment on. Here comes that medevac. This is where it's going to start to actually pick up a bit. And let's see. Let's see what he can get done with this. MaxPax is going to be watching for this too. Like, there's been no hints of anything else. So he's going to be combing for this right now. Oh. Oh. Well, isn't that interesting? I think he was sitting here looking for Phoenixes to look for him so he can lure them over the mines. I think he's read this just right. Oh, God. MaxPax is fast, dude. That was good. That was a good turnaround. All right. Excellent hits. Brings those very, very low indeed. Marines walking out. Like, you know, he's getting an observer right now. Okay, there it is. I was going to say, you need to get your Colossus tech before your third Nexus, in my opinion here. Too dangerous otherwise. Hasn't been able to really be across the map. Doesn't really know what's going on over there. There's that third Nexus started. So yeah, going to send the Phoenixes. Try to check this out. Has to be careful. 2 of them are super low. Catch those with some Marines and they're done. Never know if there's a mine in here or something too. All right, good harassment. It's a few SCV picks. Oh, loses one. And here goes the Banshee. All right, Byun coming in with the attack as well. Does the recall here on the Phoenixes. Oh, man. Dude, Byun is crushing tonight. What the hell? He's going 7-0 against the best Protosses out there. Damn, dude. 9 kills there. Putting some pressure here onto this third base. Can he actually save the third? He really needs to. Phoenix is going to come in, pick up the siege tanks. See, targets down on the Phoenixes a little bit. Does get one of the tanks dropped, but there's an Immortal here, so, you know, not necessarily going to end super, super well. Yeah, especially with the Phoenixes there. Look at him try to kill the Immortal. It's not even close. It's not even close. Protoss OP, clearly. All right, so after all of that, like, obviously MaxPax has way more army supply. A big chunk of that is Phoenixes, so you need to keep that in mind. But the worker count is pretty even right now, which is always good for Terran. If you're having even worker counts, the Terran's happy. Well, the Phoenix is doing a good job, like, kind of sweeping around and picking up little bits of damage here and there. You can see MaxPax does start to pull ahead on workers a little bit. Adding those gates, Thermal Lance, getting his Twilight up, very important. Loses another Phoenix, unfortunately. Definitely needs to keep that Colossi production steady. Yeah, I like it. Charge +1. 6 more gates. I like it all that I see. 1-1 for Byun. We'll see if Byun adds another starport. Like, do you want to go heavy Vikings here? That for at least a decent portion of StarCraft 2's lifetime, you would want to go double reactored Vikings against Phoenix Colossi. We have seen some other ways that it's been played. Maru for a little time way back went like mass mines against this type of play a little bit, mostly for harassment. You know, nowadays we see like a heavier bio contingent sometimes, because if you just have a lot of Marauder Marine, the Phoenixes don't actually do that much. Like, you can lift a little bit, but they'll get shot down quickly, and they just don't add that much to the fight if they aren't actually doing their job as anti-air against something like Vikings. So there are a few different ways you can play it. Seems like Byun is going to use the latter there. Heavy Marauder Marine. Starts his armory, starts his Ghost Academy. Yeah, Byun, I feel like Byun actually does have some potential for an attack here. Oh my god, he's going to load up 3 medevacs. Okay, so loading the medevacs can be risky, right? You can see all these pylons being put out. Now, can he get there? Yeah, it seems like the Phoenixes are way out of position for this. He may not even notice. MaxPax is walking across. He's going to have to utilize a recall. Either a recall or we're into some weird base trade situation. All right, boosts as he goes past. Warps in 4 stalkers. All right, does get one of them with still 4 units inside, so that's pretty solid, but you can see the damage output here is pretty absurd. Phoenixes fly in. The overcharge doing a good job. And wow, good Zealot harassment during this as well. All right, cleans that up. You know, 60 workers is still fine. So even though that this harassment did well, obviously you don't want that to happen as Terran, but 60 workers is still very playable. You still have a good economy. It's when Byun gets down below 40 that I start to worry, because then he's just like, fuck it, roll in, let's go. But here, he can definitely still play that macro play. Making a single Viking right now, probably just to push back prisms. 2-2 on the way. He is up 1 upgrade right now. We have some Archons being added in. Good mines, good mines. Zealots being rerouted to this 4th base. A little bit annoying. Gonna lose a few SCVs maybe. Oh, just 1. All right, looks like Byun going to try to attack uphill. Not a good call right there, unfortunately. Plenty of bulk. 4 Colossi just absolutely shreds his army there. So suddenly we're way closer on those army supplies. MaxPax probably with a bit of an edge here now. Byun is rallying out, but there's like a lot of stuff he has to deal with right now. His units are not in an optimal place for this engagement. He has a lot at the 3rd. He's going to have to spread that and bring it down and hit with from the other side at the same time, which is tough. Because the Phoenixes are sitting there as well. Small amounts of units coming down are going to get lifted. All right, MaxPax pushing into the Nat. Byun in a lot of trouble. He's supply block. He's just got to go. You can't sit here supply block. And unfortunately, he has to engage with the first half of his army. And then Zealots come in, yeah, and they slow this half down as well. This is going to be game. Looks like we're going to be going to game 4. MaxPax getting his name on the board. Yeah, this is not something you're going to be able to come back from as Terran. I thought, you know, Byun actually was doing a pretty good job for most of the game, but a little bit of a misengagement there going up the ramp. MaxPax is no joke. Truth. Strong player. He's studying on the shuttle, yeah.
What? Tunga 111 cheered. X300, calm down guys, it's almost over, then we play Brood War. Apparently almost over means 2 hours left, so thank you so much. I love it when you give me false hope like that. It drives me wild. Daddy, tighten the restraints more and spank me harder. I love being lied to and mistreated so much, Daddy. Yay.
I'm glad that you like that, and I'm going to continue to do it. We could have just started the tournament, and I see that it's 512 players, and I'd be like, don't worry, guys. I think it's going to be quick today. I like giving false hope to Brood War players. That's all we've ever had. That's all we've ever had is false hope. All right, we're going to be starting this game in a second. I have to pee so badly. I'm just going to put that on the screen and run and pee, and I'll be back before anything happens. So BRB, just a minute.
bitch.
Oh, look, am I back before anything happens? Sick. Damn, I'm good. Damn, I'm good. You mean the Cybernex core and the Nexus aren't done yet?
Skip it.
No problem. Okay. Okay, anyways, yeah, well, it's still just fucking nothing, so we have to wait. Come on, Cybernex core. Yeah, we'll be doing the GOAT discussion immediately following this finals. And this is pre-recorded, this cast and everything. So, yeah, MaxPax wins 3-2. So it's going to take a little bit longer, and then we'll talk about the GOAT, which is also pre-recorded. Okay, so it is a reactored Cyclone right now. And yeah, let's see. I wouldn't mind seeing that same build as game one again, honestly. That was pretty sick. Now, reactored Cyclone, we saw this. Okay, if you're just tuning in, we saw in game one, he did 4 reactored Cyclones into a 5 racks siege tank all in, which was very, very interesting. It was very fun. Let's see if he does something similar this game. Now, Immortal's coming out, so it is going to be a bit different. Needs that shield battery, though. I don't see a shield battery. Am I missing it? Oh, he just wants to try to bully it back with the Adepts. Okay, that kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense. He has enough to push back 2. But when the 4 come up, it could be a little bit dicey, a little bit tricky. 4 definitely beats that, but he'll have an Immortal coming down. Ah, Prism follow-up. Kind of neat. Okay. I'm digging it. No battery, though. I am surprised he hasn't just thrown down a battery. Like, this is... you know... Well, I guess when you look at how much he has, like, look at how quickly the Immortal can chunk these down, man. Damn. And he is going to catch that one, right? Yep, just barely. Ooh. Okay, the 2 Adepts getting an SCV. Hey, good hold there by MaxPax. I feel like I never see anyone get a very fast Immortal in this matchup nowadays, so that's kind of cool. Feels like that did a very good job helping him to parry this. Cool. Moves back. Has a Siege Tank, Marines. Definitely needs to repair these. Repair the very red one first, my man. All right, Prism. Gonna bring these units up into the main, so it's like an Immortal and a Stalker and a... no, 2 Stalkers, okay. And just start picking things off on the edge. Oh, wants to chunk that. Ooh, very good, very good. Does juggle the Immortals before it uses Soul Shield up. And gonna pick that tank as well. Damn, dude, look at that. Not bad. He saves the Immortal as well. Byun down 10 workers right now. He has a 3rd command center coming. Colossus coming up here for MaxPax, who throws down his 3rd Nexus on location. Well, it's the only place you ever throw down a 3rd Nexus unless you're SOS. But yeah, throws down his 3rd Nexus. This is a tough game for Byun. Some good micro from Byun there, but, you know, the juggling obviously more than enough. Cyclone's having a little bit of a hard time dealing with that. And victory for MaxPax. Yeah, I told you guys. 3-2 for MaxPax. You watch. All right, tied up 2-2 right now. Hope you guys are enjoying. No, I didn't go for ice cream tonight. No. That's right. I normally do eat an ice cream during this cast, but no. We skipping. We got to get those six-pack abs, boys. Eat the ice cream, fatty. Well, I have a keg right now, but I want to turn it. I want to bottle it. All right, guys, here we go. Fifth and final game. I don't know. It's the final one. I told you this is pre-recorded. All right. Alcyon. We have Byun in the top right. And we have MaxPax in the bottom left. Okay. Few shout-outs while we wait for this game to kind of pick up. First off, use the command StarCraft 2 in chat. Follow on YouTube Artosis Cast 2. The number 2. Mapu and I have been working on that channel. It's got Stormgate. It's got Zero Space. It's got StarCraft 2 casts on it. So check it out. Give it a follow. Follow my channel. We cast this every single week, this cup. Always having a lot of fun with that. And yeah, use the command Mapu. Check out Mapu's stuff. You know, he's our observer every single week. So there you go. And yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's not going to be an Artosis Cast 3. I work enough. If I work anymore, my wife is going to leave me. So. Let's wait for that Cybernetic score to finish. Yeah, for Tommy. Well, there's the Cybernetic score.
New League just subscribed.
Thank you, New League. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, and after this, by the way, guys, as soon as this ends, I do want to talk briefly about the StarCraft 2 GOAT. I don't know if I would even call it a debate. I would call it idiots typing in alternating caps on Reddit because they're so hurt that, you know, some people don't think Cyril's the GOAT. It's pretty funny. I can't wait to talk about it after this game. But we will be diving into that for a few minutes. Mapu is literally the GOAT, guys. So, well, this is pretty good for Byun. Damn, dude. Doesn't quite get that one. Okay, decides to save the Reaper rather than try to jump in to get one more. Yeah, I would say that's probably the right call there. This one Adept coming across. He looks like he's going to finish that just before the Adept can really stop him. And starts the orbital. Decides to just lose that. I think that's fine as well. Oh yeah, he lost the Reaper. Okay. Now Reactor Cyclone's coming out again. Those haven't Well, last game they didn't do that well for him. Oh, dude, this is the build that we saw from him game 1. So he's bringing this build back. Probably. We don't know 100%, but probably. That's what it looks like. Right?
Rort83 just subscribed.
Thanks, Rort83. I'm going to pause all that until the end. Now, in game 1 here against MaxPax, he did have that very cool all-in. It was 4 Cyclones into a Siege Tank, 5 Barracks all-in with no starport. Bunkers, depots, all that jazz. Just a sick push. So it looks like that's what it's going to be here. He has those 4 Cyclones coming. It was you know, this 4 reactored Cyclones into 2 Barracks. So that's why it looks exactly the same. You can see, yeah, putting a little bit of pressure on. There's a shield battery, but, you know, no reason not to put a little pressure on there. Ooh, the adept catch there. That's good. Shouldn't be able to get any kill or anything. Gonna back these up for now. Woo! Yeah, the Stalker's trying to come up, but they're gonna get punished for this. All right, so, well, yeah, everything looks still like it is what I was talking about there. He's got the 4 Cyclones. He's still roaming about with them. He's getting some picks. 3rd Nexus started here for MaxPax. You know, similar to what we saw before. He does have Blink. Stim on the way. Yeah, he's getting his eBay here as well. Gonna put a little bit of pressure on, but I think there's enough here that this doesn't really do anything for you, the Blink Stalkers. See? Yeah, it seems like I think there's just enough here that, like, that's very good micro from MaxPax without any doubt, but, like, was that good? I don't think that was good. I think that was better for Byun slightly, because it doesn't matter. Those Cyclones are not that important right now, I think. I feel like it's if they're trading reasonably against the Stalkers, that's pretty decent, right? Like you're really working on building up your bio count and your siege tanks here. All right, another warp in. He is trying to still go after him. Now, where is the siege tank? Oh, the siege tank is actually still at the natural. MaxPax may be able to just break him here. Wow. Like the nonstop Stalker production plus the good micro doing a great job. Stimming forward, though. Eliminating a fair amount of these. Oh, the blink forward. Very, very strong indeed. The Marauders, though, are dealing huge amounts of damage, but reducing the siege tank count. The siege tank is like the long-term damage of a push like this. Right? And he's only getting up to 4 racks right now, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I am mistaken. I'm sorry. That's the 5th racks. So he's absolutely going for that same build, but he has had his siege tank count reduced, and the siege tanks are so important. All right, a little bit of pressure at the front here from MaxPax. +1. Concussive. Almost done. Trying to get another tank. You know what? I think MaxPax has done enough this time. I think he's going to hold this. Because it was, like... The time that we saw this in game 1, it was like... you know, it looked for a moment like maybe MaxPax could hold it. This game, he's reduced the bio count a few times. He's caused some stims that we didn't really see, some extra stims. And he's killed enough siege tanks that I feel like the long-term damage output is not as good this time. So we'll see what Byun is able to do as he moves across the map. But with charge done already, and there's going to be a counter harass going on, I think MaxPax just clears it. And as soon as you kill the push, the game is done. It's yours. Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. The siege tanks are everything here. Look at this. Charges in. Those stims permanent. That's a beautiful force field as well. Byun's going to GG. GG. And that right there is that. MaxPax does win 3-2. I told you it was pre-recorded. And yeah, he's going to be your champion tonight.